How do I give medicines to my baby? My name is Professor Caroline Fertelman, also known as Dr. Carly. I have over 30 years of experience working with babies and young children in the NHS, and I'm also the parent of 3 now adult children. So mostly we give babies and young children medicines by mouth, and they're nearly always measured out. So I brought along some syringes to show you, and Juliet here is I'm going to try and show you, even though she doesn't open her mouth very far. I think she opens her mouth a little bit. I don't want to go and squirt any paracetamol or ibuprofen in there at the moment. Anyway, so there's 2 different sorts of syringes. I'm going to show you so this is the IV type of syringe, and it doesn't really matter which one you use. It's whatever you've got, and you measure to the right amount. And then the oral ones are purple. That's good, favourite colour. So you can see it's got a sort of slightly different end point, but these are both 2 ml syringes. So again, you draw up what you need, and then you're going to give it to your child. As I said, you maybe want to tip their head back. You tell them how yummy it is. It's really important that they like the taste of medicine. I mean, some medicines are not so great, but paracetamol, Calpol, Nurofen or ibuprofen, they both taste very nice. So they're quite easy to give in. And as they get older, they may be quite happy to have these medicines, so you don't need to have all sorts of tricks up your sleeve. But I think for little babies, sometimes it can be easier using one of the smaller syringes. So I've got here, if I can open it, this is an oral, so purple, 1 ml syringe. So you say you're giving them, I don't know, 1/2 ml. So you've drawn it up to 1/2 ml. Let me just put this up to the camera so you can see that. So there we go. That's 1/2 ml, halfway down the syringe. And if you find that giving it at the front and the baby spits it out, just make sure they open their mouth, maybe stroke them down there, and then pass it right the way down to the back of the throat. Not so they're going to gag, but right the way back. And actually, if you've tipped their head and they're not quite sure, you can shut their mouths and they will then suck and swallow it. So those are my tips for how to get medicines into babies.